Hey, it is Randy Miles, and I'm really thrilled to be able to talk to Evrod Cassimy. He's like my baby brother from
Yes.
WDIV. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know you're my favorite. You know,
You
I
are
have
my
I have
favorite.
loved you since we first moved to Detroit, and the inspiration that you've provided for my entire family through radio, through the music that you choose to play, I can't thank you enough.
Well, I know that we comment on each other's work during the
Oh
day,
yes.
in the morning for you, and then in the afternoon when you hear me say something crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
But the contents of those text messages remaining between us.
Absolutely. Woo, Lord, please. Well, I have you on the phone because two things. You have brand new music, which I want to have everybody listen to in just a few moments. And then you're also doing something very special with your music and the cover from that new song. And the name of the song is Good Enough. And give
Yes.
me a little bit of background on that.
So I fell sick with coronavirus on March 17th of 2020. One of the first people here in the Metro Detroit area to really get sick, and it took me out. I was in the hospital for a day, even had to go back at one point just for a moment. And I remember when I fully recovered and I went outside and just felt the sunshine on my face. And I went for a run just to really push my body to recover and fully just be able to do all the things that I used to do.
Yeah.
And the music that I chose to play was just music that was inspiring and kept me going.
Yes.
And during the time of quarantine and all that, I wrote a lot of music.
Yeah.
But specifically, I wanted to write a song that would encourage others to keep going and to keep fighting. Because as I lay in bed, very, very ill and could not move, I remember as day 12 had come, I said to myself, by day 14, I'm getting up out of this bed. They said about 2 weeks is how long this thing has normally taken people out for. And I said, I am getting up out of this bed on day 14 because I am good enough to make it through this.
Wow.
And I will keep fighting. And so I want this song to serve as inspiration for others that are fighting through this illness, because we know this pandemic still rages on and a lot of lives have been lost because of this, not just here in the United States or Michigan, but all over the world.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's other battles and fights that people have had to go through in 2020 and currently even. We are
Right.
still fighting battles. So this is a song to encourage people to keep fighting because you were good enough to make it through this.
It's been one hell of a year, worry and so much fear. It's time to live my life. Good enough.
I'm on the phone with Evrod Cassimy from Local 4 with that brand new song, Good Enough. And I love it because it is not sad, and we have enough sad going on right now.
Yeah, we really do. And what I wanted to do was use this song as a way to not just inspire the people, but to really, truly give back. And so you'll notice on the single cover, which it's now available everywhere. You can purchase it on iTunes or Google Play or stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. You'll notice on the single cover that I'm wearing a mask that says good enough. And I want those two words to just serve as a reminder to the person that sees you wearing that mask and when you look in the mirror. But beyond that, I want it to encourage our students because they've had a very difficult time. I watch my kids going through virtual learning right now and how challenging it can be. But we've had a lot of frontline workers within the school districts. My
Yes.
parents are educators, retired educators. My dad was a superintendent and a principal. My mom, a retired teacher. And we have frontline workers that are going to school each and every day to take care of our children because they're good enough. The lunch ladies that are making food for those that are food insecure and taking it to their home.
Yeah.
So they have breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
The janitors who are sanitizing the school for those that are coming in for in-person learning and hybrid learning. And so I said, okay, what can I do? So those masks are available now if you go to evrodcassimy.com and you can purchase a mask right now. And I'm donating 100% of the proceeds to the Detroit Public Schools Community District and the Detroit Public Schools Foundation. I want them to know that we thank them for what they're doing and that they're good enough too.
I love that. That makes me feel so good. And the things that you do for your high school that you never went to, but is still your high school, Cass Tech, to all the way to embracing the Detroit Public Schools. I'm a product of the Detroit Public Schools. I just want to say thank you as well.
I certainly appreciate that. And it is so humbling to be able to use something that I love doing, which is writing and writing music, to be able to use this as an opportunity to give back. And I'm so thankful to all of our viewers that watch WDIV every single morning. I'm so thankful to your listeners that listen to Detroit's Praise Network for supporting our students, for the frontline workers with Detroit Public Schools. And it's an honor. It's truly an honor to be able to use something that I love doing, to be able to give back to help others.
Absolutely. Well, go to EvrodCassimy.com, get that mask so you can help Detroit Public School Community District frontline workers. And Evrod, we'll see you Monday morning.
Sounds good. We'll see you at 4:30 to 7 a.m. on Local 4.